This idea of find a man with money, boost his ego, use him because he can give me a nice lifestyle. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, seriously, what the hell are you talking about here? I find it very, very saddening. Welcome to Damaged Goods. I am your host, Lamb. Today I wanted to bring you guys a reaction video. I found something quite fascinating. I just want to jump into it.
Girls, I'm trying to tell you guys, men are the real gold diggers. They are asking for something more valuable than money, and that is you. You need to understand that. They're literally, what's between your legs is literally the portal to life. And you guys are fucking scared to ask for money? You can be an independent bitch, have a degree, have a house, have a nice job. But when a guy is entering your life, you need to make sure that he's providing. You're not no fucking work mule. You're not, girl. You don't need to be. So stop letting these guys belittle us, telling us, oh, you guys ain't this, you guys, oh, just fucking using us for money, this, that. Yo, don't act like none of y'all, from the beginning of the time, been using ladies for their body.
I don't know what the fuck she was talking about, to be 100% honest. I couldn't think of a man that I would know and take seriously if he, one, is eating off of a woman and he's not trying to get it on his own, or at least provide in his own fashion, right? This young lady was saying about how men see women as like a meal ticket. I don't know what kind of men she's invited into her life. How has she presented herself for these young men to approach her, and then for her to willingly let these men into her life? She starts off making this comment of women are more valuable than money. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, they're not. They're forcing women to pay rent too. The fuck are you talking about? And that's not to say people themselves aren't worth more than money, male or female, but the comment that you made just makes no sense. The vagina's the portal to life. I mean, technically yes, but how does that support the argument that you're presenting? Men should just pay for everything because you have a vagina? The argument itself is just flawed because it has no real concrete basis and then builds on top of anything.
Well, she's totally wrong, honestly, because there's a few things that determines value. One of them being necessity, the other thing being scarcity. For example, necessity. We have to eat and we have to drink every single day. All right, so although there's plenty of food to go around and plenty of water to go around, especially if you live in the U.S., it's still a necessity, so therefore has value. Number two is scarcity. All right, so scarcity is like a diamond or something, because there's not many diamonds. The price of diamonds go high, or supply and demand. If there's not that many items that people really want, they're going to jack up the price on the item, jack up the value on that item, because there's not many and everybody wants it. It's in demand.
I get what you were saying, supply and demand, scarcity, the lack of a specific item, which then drives up the price because it'll be higher in demand, like the PlayStation 5 when it originally launched.
What this very attractive chica is saying is that her cat is valuable. So valuable that men should be paying money for it. In fact, it's not, because there's more women than men. So therefore, if we're looking at the standards of necessity or scarcity, men do feel like we need it. But because there's not a scarcity of that cat, we can go to, she may be a dime, right? She may be a 9 or a 10 as far as looks and everything. But it don't matter if that girl's it don't matter if that female's a 4 or a 5. Shoot, she can be a 3.
The point he made is, honestly, there's no contending that.
If you girls want to know how to get those bankrolls, your tuition paid, your house paid, or whatever, do not have to these men. Sell them your personality. Leave the drama, leave the attitude at home. Boost up the fuck out of his ego. Make sure that you literally have a blast with him and he gets a rush off your personality. You want him to call you the next morning because you're better than his cup of coffee. You want him to invite you to the Bahamas because it would not be the same without you, because how extremely fun you are. If you have sex with him all fast, he's just going to think of you as another girl to just lay on her back. Just another. You need to build a connection. I'd rather do that than have sex with a guy. It's up to you girls on what y'all want to do, but do the bare minimum and get the most out of men. Please, y'all, that's all I tell you. Don't gotta do too much. Guys are easy as fuck.
I listened to this and I truly feel bad for this young lady. She's an attractive young woman. She could find a man. However, she will never find the quality of man she truly desires. You have now broadcasted this to every man on the planet. Any man that you date, any man who's maybe I might be serious about courting her will find this information and he will definitely run for the hills. The problem with women like this today is that they only see men as wallets. Your entire persona was finesse him, take his money, this, that, and the third, make him pay for trips and all this lavish shit that you see on reality TV. But it's like, man, more than likely you work a 9 to 5. That's not me making fun of her. I work a 9 to 5. What sense does this make in the longevity of your life? Remember, the internet is forever. You might find a man, you might still be single, or whatever the case may be, but people will forever be able to see this and make a case study out of things like this. I'm at a loss of what kind of shit are these girls watching? What is making these girls say these kind of things? Like, don't get me wrong, man. It's okay to want a nice lifestyle, to live a lavish life, to enjoy yourself and go on trips and shit like that. Like, everybody deserves to enjoy the fruits of their labor, but seriously, what the hell are you talking about here? I find it very, very saddening because there's a lot of women who are my age and or older who are thinking like this. And not only do they think like this, they really believe it and then spread this message to make it seem as men are only wallets. It seems like men are practically useless besides just getting the most out of him while you sit back and you do nothing.
Again, for all those who don't understand, she's talking in the context of getting money out of a man in exchange for not having to do something, in exchange for not giving up that cat. Here's yet another example of an attractive female who thinks way more highly of herself than she ought to. She thinks she's that. I've been saying on this channel over and over and over again. Females aren't that interesting. If y'all did not have what y'all had, the beauty and the cat, we would not kick it with y'all because y'all are not that interesting. Y'all emotional and y'all can be quite annoying at times. It just is what it is. We rap with the fellas. And although we're not attracted to the fellas, we rather spend our time kicking it with the fellas because the fellas is more fun.
I'm gonna have to stop right there. Damn. I'm not gonna lie. You just have to develop your personality. Most girls I've met, they really aren't interesting. I mean in the romantic context. I just do a lot of things that I find fascinating personally. And it's like when I really begin to ask some young ladies like what their interests are, like what do you want to do with yourself, real crucial questions to see where their minds are, I realize like most of them just can't give me an answer. And that's not to say like these young ladies will be uninteresting for the rest of their lives, but a lot of these girls, especially this young lady, does need to develop a personality. Because if you're only talking about getting money out of men and shit like that, to me, you don't seem like you have any real achievements. There's not much that you would like to obtain. Just building yourself, not a character, nothing besides a particular status to flaunt to other people. But even that's not a personality trait. That doesn't make you interesting that you can just brag.
Your personality is not that much better than the fellas. That's all I'm trying to say. If we don't spend money on our boys to kick it with our boys, and they're fun and they're funny and their personality is amazing, it's enjoyable being around them boys, and they have like interests like sports and different things like that. If we're not paying them for that, what makes you think we're gonna pay y'all for that?
Unfortunately, there are some men in this world who will pay women like this just to be with them. I would say they don't really have the confidence within themselves to find a woman who will meet them where they are and they're able to spend time and money on someone they're genuinely interested in. It's like paying a stripper, right? It's just for them a transaction for something that can't truly be bought, which is the unfortunate part for those kind of men who are willing to spend money on these frivolous experiences. They're not something that they'll ever look back on fondly.
Title men got them females in La La Land, bro.
Hey girls, alright, so I want to tell you guys why you should never feel bad asking guys for money. So do you guys leave open your purse and let people take out things or like take out money, and do you hand out money? You don't, right? Because it's valuable. So why are you handing out your time, your body, and your energy to these guys for free?
Stop. You first start off talking about, I'm going to teach you how to ask guys for money. Give an example of literal theft. Do you leave your wallet open for people to take your money? and then you compare your money to time and your body. So you're essentially just teaching women how to be gold diggers. See, this is what I'm saying. This young lady has disqualified herself from any real intimate relationship for the rest of her life. And again, there are going to be men who are going to go after this young lady simply because she's attractive.
When that's the most valuable thing you have as a woman. When men meet you, they already have an agenda in their head on what they want out of the relationship and what they want out of you. And you need to be on the same, whether it's getting connections from them, whether it's them having you pay your phone bill, your house bill. Just make sure that you're always elevating and that the male can help you elevate as a woman. Okay? And after that, just remember, wet bodies do not go good with dry pockets. So I was coming on here to tell y'all how I manipulate these guys, gaslight them, and literally have them pay all my bills all in a mixture of one.
That's it. That's it. No more. I'm sorry, guys. That's it, bro.
So I'm going to stop it right there. So pretty much, she literally ended the video talking about how she's a gold digger. She's only interested in manipulating men to get access to their wallets. And like I said, there's going to be those guys who are going to pay for this. You know, to me, it's like the guys who support girls on OnlyFans. You know, it's really just a waste of money. Why pay this girl's rent when you could invest in yourself? And again, that's not to say every woman's like this, but unfortunately, I'm starting to realize with the popularity of TikTok, I'm starting to see a lot more nonsensical things like this. It's like when you really think about it, in the next 5 to 10 years, right? You know, now you're in your 30s or whatever the case may be. Do you really want videos to possibly surface? Not only, maybe you could be moving into a new city, you're trying to get a job, or maybe, you know, you move somewhere and you're trying to make connections, and then someone pulls up a video and they're like, is this you? And then she just sitting there talking about manipulating men. These are the small things that could really fuck you over in the end. And I don't really think that some of these young ladies are realizing this. It's just very sad. It's just very sad to see girls who are my age think like this and really think these actions will have no repercussions. Don't get me wrong, you might line up guys and run their pockets, but trust me, you're gonna rob yourself of one of the most important things in your life, which are truly relationships. Being in a romantic situation with somebody is more than just what they can do to support you. It's about being able to build something together. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, women like this are only going to destroy you. It's just very saddening, disheartening. Please leave your comments of what you think. Please link any other videos you want me to react to. Thank you for tuning in to Damaged Goods. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Adios. Man, damn. This is so sad.